Dave Stdider, Pokemon Trainer. A dramatic reading. Chapter 1. The crisp begins. Ring ringing, the phone went as Davy got out of bed. He pick-iced it up, and it was his fave Pokemon professor, Oak. Hey, Oak. How's it going? Dave asked.
Very good, Dave,
Oka replied.
It is time for you to come get a Pokemon now, Dave, so get to my lab quick.
Dave ran to his lab in his pajamas, just like Ash lol. He was so in a hurry that he forgot his shans on his dress shirt. I'm here, Dave said, as he brushed in Oak's door. On Pokemon now, Oak. Dave sighed. He was dead serious.
Sorry, Dave,
Oak said.
There are no more Pokemon left, but I will let you pick any one from the Pokedex and you can use it in your adventure.
Cool, Davy said. I choose you, Groundoon. Groundoon was a legend and very cool, so Dave picked him, and he was as lost on fire because he knew Fire Blast, which is a very strong mob. Dave went to left Oak's lab, but Frist Oak warned him and said,
Watch out for Team Bad and their leaders, Jack and Karkat. They want to steal all the Pokemon and kill you.
Oh no, Dave said. This is not good. How can I be champ if I'm dead?
Exactly,
Oak said.
You must avoid them at all costs.
So Dave left, and now he had Groundoon. What will happen next? Chapter 2. Car Part Attacks. Davy walked on to Route Run with Groundoon. Good job, bro, Dave said, after they killed a Rattata with Groundoon's Fisser. Dave's Pokemon just grinned because he was cool like that. Suddenly, Kit Kat.
Hey, Dave! I'm on Team Bad! You're going down!
Karkit said. Oh no, Dave explained. This is so bad I'm gonna die. Cat sent out a Digimon, and Dave said, that's not fair.
Yes, it is,
Karkit said.
I will win now.
Then Dave looked on in awe and saw Will Turner behind him. He was so radiant and cool with shining brown hair, and he was so hot, but Dave didn't think so because he was not a homosexual. Will leapt forward and stabbed Cat's Digimon with his sword.
I will have my revenge,
Karkar yelped before running away. He got in a car and tried to run Dave over, but Dave was too fast and Kit Kat crashed into a wall and he got hurt but did not die. He got away, Dave screamed at Will. No, Will said. He may beg gone, but we can still carry on our journey. Will then joined Dave's party because he thought Dave was cool. They wailed a bit and got to Cerulean City. Instead of Misty, the gym's leader was Link. Yeah! Translation. Fight me, Dav, and get the badge, Link said. Dav sent out Groundoon and Link sent out Skitfer. Skitcypher was no match for Groundoon Dog, and Link gave Dav the good badge. Dave has one badge now. How many more can he get? Meanwhile, in Team Bad, Cartrack was in Team Bad HQ with Jack. What the hell happened? Jack asked. Dave is so strong, Carmart Anwar said.
We can't beat him. We must retreat.
No, Jack said.
You are just weak. Let me handle him later. Until then, activate the plan.
Jack laughed. Chapter 3. Jack's Tarp. Route 3 was a very dangerous place with laws of rocks and grass. Dave and Will was waking along trying hard to avoid the many dangers. This sucks so hard, Will, Dave said. Yeah, bro, Will replied. There was not even wild Pokemon. Then they saw Moon Mountain Cave. Bro, we gotta go into cave, Will said. So they went in the cave and it was dark. I can't see a thing, Dave said. That's why you need flash. Four said as he walked towards the two adventurers. I'll give you him flan now, Four said, all sexy like. Okay, thanks, Dave replied. He took it and Four disappeared because he was a god and could do that. Four. Dave taught Flash to Groudon because Groudon was really cool and could learn Flash. They used it and the cavity lit up and Jack was there. You fell into my trap, losers, Jack yelled. They teleported behind them and pulled the lever. A big net fell on Will, Dan, Dave and... Who's Dan? Dave and Groudon. Now you will never get the next badge because you are trapped in my net. Jack laughed more and disappeared. No, we are trapped in the net. How will we get out? Dave asked. It's easy, Will said. We will call Officer Joy for Yelp and she will save us because she is a police. No, Dave said. There is not of time. Groudon, Flash! The net was desoid. Now we must get to the of Jim badge quickly, so they left the cave. Meanwhile, with Team Bad, Jack was so mad, he was watching the two trainers from his TV in his base. They escaped. Cat Kit came and said, I know how to beat them. Ho! Jack replied. It's easy. We have to take away what matters most. Dave's love. Brilliant, Jack said. Let's do this. Will Dave get his next gimbade? Find out soon. 1. Chapter 4. Museum Rumble. Dave and Will and Groudon left the cave and went to go to Pewter City and get the next bag because they are the heroes of this story, except not Will, he's a sty character. When they finally got there, Naruto was there and said you can't get the badge yet because the gym leader Terezi is captured by Team Bad. No, Dave yelled. I loved her. Since when? Where did they take her? Naruto said they took her to the museum where they want to revive fossil Pokemon and rule the world. Why would they do that? Dave asked. Because she can revive Follis with her fossil reviver machine, and also they want to hurt you because you love her. Dave and Will left to the museum and opened the door, and Terezi was there and also was safe. Where is Team Bad? Dave asked. Naruto told me they had you in here and they were gonna revive Pokemon. I lied, Naruto said, as he unasked himself, and he was Jack. Cock it now, Jack yelled, and Topsy unmasked herself and was Cat. Jack laughed and said, you guys are chumps. Terezi is safe and sunned in the gym. Yeah, Kartak added. We lured you here and now are going to kill you and take Groudon. You are bad man, Dave said. He leapt to the of them and swung his sword, but he missed because if he killed them the story would be over. Dave realized that fighting isn't necessary because this is Pokemon, so he sent out Groudon. Jack ginned. Groudon sucks. My Pokemon is better. Go, Lugia! Groudon beat Lugia easily, dog, because he is ground type, which is effective against flying. No, it isn't. We will get you next time, Jack yelled as he and Kit Car fled. We beat him, Will said. Yeah, Dave said, but now we have to beat Terepi and get their badge. So they went to the gym and saw Tarzepi, and she sighed, Dave, I missed you and loved you. Dave hugged and kissed her, and because Terry loved him, he got the badge for free. Dave, I'm coming with you on your quest, Dave said, cool, because they were in love. Dave now has 2 badges and Terzi on his team. What could go wrong now? A lot, lol. Chapter 5. The Mystery of Fuji. After what seemed like years of waking, our 3 heroes arrived at the Lavender town. Bro, this sea's so cool, Will said. I hope we don't see ghosts. Nah, Turpay said. They're only in the Pokemon Tower and we don't have to go there, so we're God. Yeah, let's get out of here quick so we can get to the Vermilion City and get a badge, Dave replied. They went to the route to the Vermilion when Grissom from CSI stopped them and said, Stop, we're investigating the disappearance of Mr. Fuji, while he stopped them. Who's Mr. Fuji? Dave asked. Mr. Fuji is the town's mayor and he vanished yesterday when he was visiting the Pokemon Tower. Oh no, Terezi said. Not the Pokemon Tower. There's ghosts there. Yes, Grissom said. That is why we cannot climb it and find him. You must do it because you are trainers. He's rigged, Dave said. We are trainers. We must find him before he dies, or worse, he gets killed by ghosts. Groundoon and I can find him. You guys stay here with Grissom. No, Tarakinville said. We must go with you because we are your friends. Dave nodded and they went to the tower. Inside it was super dark and scary and it made Terezi cry because it was dark and scary. Dave said, Groundoon flash, and Groundoon flashed, but it didn't do anything. It must be the hosts done this, Dave said. I hate ghosts, Tarpezi remarked. Suddenly Will tripped and fell through a trap door. Dave and Tarpezi didn't notice Dog because they were too busy waking. Will got up and there were before him was some ghosts. They were wearing sheets and they said boo. One ghost walked behind Will and tied him up. He he he, the ghost said. Now you will never find your friends. Ah ha 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 ha. Will screamed, but no one heard him because they were in a basement which was soundproof. Chapter 6. Scubby Dubby Dave. Devi and Terezi were climbing the tower stairs when Dave looked behind him and asked, Hey, where is Will Tornell? I do not know, Tereko said. Maybe we should look for him. So they went down the stair and back to the bottom floor and looked for Will. Teredi was looking on the floor with her magnifying glass, which she has because she is a detective in this Sotri universe. She's blind. She noticed the outline of a top door on the floor, and she was like, Dave, I know where Will went. He must have fell down here into the trapdoor, she said, while not icing the trapdoor. Meanwhile, Will was still tied to the choir, but the ghosts left down a tunnel, leaving Will all alone. I've got to get out of her, Will said. Then he noticed that he still had his sword. Will cut the rapes and ran for the door that the ghosts let through. No, it is cocked, Will said, as he poked on the locked door. Just then, Dave and Terezi opened the trapdoor and saw Will. Will, we missed you, Dave said. I missed you guys too, Will replied. Did you see any hosts? Teriyaki asked. Yes, they kidnapped me, Will screamed, and they heard him because they were all in the basement so they could hear it. I think it's time we catch those ghosts, Dave yelled. So they set up a tarp using some money and a net over it. They were hoping to catch the ghosts in it because ghosts love Monet. The ghost came back and one ghost said, Oh hey, some money, and went to get the money. The other ghost said, No, it's a tarp, but it was too late and they were caught. I think it's time we find out who these ghosts really are, Dave said. He pulled off their sheets and the ghosts were Team Bad! I knew it, Dave said. Only Jack and Carcat would be bad enough to do this. Now where's Mr. Fuji? Jack yelled, I don't know who that is. And him and Catfack ran away. Dave sculpted. If those guys didn't take Mr. Fuji, where is he? Right here! Grissom yelled. I was really Mr. Fuji all along. I wanted you guys to get rid of Team Bad, so I said I was kidnapped. Also, I only look like Grissock because I had plastic surgery. Oh, good, Dave said, and him and his friends left. Now they can get to the Vermilion. Will they get the next badger? Chapter 7. Dave rocks out, except he raps instead. Dave and his friends got to Vermilion City at last, but it was night. They walked down to Skeet and looked for the gym. Where is the gym? The V asked. I don't know, bro, Will replied. It's so dark, I can't see shirt. Dave had an ID, sir, and he got Groundoon to use Farsh, and it lit up their street and all their street lights because Groundoon is a leg end and everything lists to him. Everything. Dave quickly noticed a sign that said Pokemon Gym Battle of the Bananas and was amazed because he was really good with music and if he won he knew he would get the badge. Guys, I think we should enter and get the badge, the V told Terezi and Will. Who is the gym leader anyway? Will asked Turfy. It is Purple Fishman and his Kingdra Pokemon, Terzi answered. But then what is the Battle of the Bands for? Dave skid. It is to keep people who are gay and play gay music like NSYNC from getting the badge because they are gay and also preps. Alright then, I am not gay, let's enter, they said. So the V and his team of dudes entered the gym and signed up for the Battle of the Bananas. When they were done, the lady at the front desk took them back into the gym and they saw the other bananas. There was a band with Edward and Bella and Scoot and Sniper too. The other band was Dead Skeleton Bowser because he died in my last story one as a one-man band and finale Team Bad as their own band. Jakak played gutter and Kit Kat played the drums. Dave and his band started playing Enter Sandman by Slipknot and they were so good that Edward and Bella and Scoot and Cyper all quit right away. Dead Bones were kept plating though and so did Team Bad. Next Dave and friends played some Fallout Boy and it was so good and sexy that Bowser died again. Then Jack got sick of Dave's crap and he teleported on stage and Bork Dave's DJ turned the tables. Try to beat us now, Jack said. Yeah, Kit Kat added. We are the best, you are losers. Dave realised Tata he could not let Cat Car and Jack win, so he started to rap with Groundoon and it was so great that Kit Rack and Jakak's interments blowed up and they were disqualified. And Dave won. Purple Fishman came out and Eridard and cried because Dave's rap was so good. Boo-hoo! I am crying because that was good. Here, take this badge and get out before I cry more. Thank you, Fistman, Dave said as he took the badge and high-fived Groundoon because Groundoon helped him rap good. Dave now has 3 badges. Next, he will go to a new place and get another maybe unless something bad happens. Hint, hint, 11. Chapter 8. Team Bad gets serious. Dave looked at his map and pointed to a place on it. We have to go here next, Dave exclaimed. We have to go to Fuckshire Town and get a badge. Oh yeah, that's pretty close to here, Tazuri said. We can get there in a few days if we live now. Let's go then, guys, Will said. So they all agreed to go to Fuckshire Town and they left Vermilion, but Purple Fishman said, Wait, I was supposed to give you surf, but I am all out, so take a ticket to my cruise boat instead. Oh my god, we get a boat ride? Terati yelled. Yes, Fishman sighed. It will take you right to Fuckshire Town so you don't have to walk. Meanwhile, Team Bad was watching from around the corner. You hear that, Jack? Cart said there. They're taking a cruise on a ship. This is a perfect chance to kill the V and throw his Pokemon into the sea. No, you retarded troll, Jakak yelled. We must steal Groundoon and use him to rule the entire world. We can still kill Davdo because I hate him. But how are we gonna get onto that ship? Carkid asked. We don't have tickets. It is easy, Jack said. We must wear a discus. So Dave and friends went on the ship and took a set at the main diner hall because it was dinner and they were hungry because they did not eat for a long time. Outside, Jack and Kit Kat were trying to get onto the ship by using a fake moustache to look like one of the outer passengers. The ticket taker man would not let them on though, so Jack stabbed him, and him and Car Kit teleported inside. Jack pointed at Dave. Dave, you will die now because I have a better Pokemon that even Shadow Lugia. Dave said, what? Because he did not recognize Jakak because of his disguise. Who are you guys? Dave asked. We are Team Bad, and you will give us Groundoon, Carcart screamed. Oh yeah, right, Dave said. He sent out Groundoon and said, I hope I don't have to kick your butt like last time, Jakak. Jack chuckled and said, no, my new Pokemon is Ultramate. Go Zerkron! And he sent out Zerkroon, which was also a legend from Black and White version. Oh no, Dave said. He was scarce because Zekrom was the strongest dragon Pokemon in the world. Normally he could use Earthquake and kill him because Zerkron was electric typo, but if he used her it would sink the ship. Jakak ordered Zerkrom to use Thunderbolt and it hurt Groundoon, but it did not faint him. You gonna give up yet, loser? Jack taunted. Dave was worried now, but then he had an idea. Groundoon, use Punch! Punch, you know, that move. Groundoon sharpened his claw in his fist and punched Zirconium in the face, and he fell back out the window. Jack growled and said, I will get you next time, Dave, and teleported out. Kick had stood there for a second because Jack left him behind, but he quickly jumped out the window and swam back to shore while swearing at Dave. Dave grinned and sat down next to Turkey. This was Good Day. Chapter 9. Dave goes on safari, also dead ciphers. Dave stepped off the ship. He tuned around to his pal and said, here we are at Fuxia Town. Let's go to the gym. Terezi toddled him. Davi thought this was a good decision, so she went to check out the gym and it was closet. No! The gym is closed, Dave screamed. Wait, guys, Will said. He picked up a map and said, here, check out my map. They look at, bro, I think we should go to the Safari Zone and check out the kind of Pokemon we can find there. They told this was a good idea, so they went to the Safari Zone and talked to the warden, honk honk. Dude, can we go in your Safari Zone? Honk honk. Honk honk honked, which meant yes, but they did not know because he could only say honk honk. Oh well guys, let's go in anyway, and they walked in. This Safari Zone, it was very beautiful and lightish because it was outside where the sun is. Dave and Terexi went out on their own and Will decided to do his own thing. Will walked along the beautiful lake when suddenly a pile of dead ciphers was there. Will was shocked. Who would be evil enough to kill ciphers? They are so sweat. I would, you insufferable fool. Will turned around and standing there was the evil poacher, Jake England. Who are you? Will asked. I am the evil poacher, Jake England. Jake repelled. He then ordered his Pokemon XxXCascaderXxX to grab Will. Will was grabbed. Dave and Turty headed back to the main building to find Will because Ty could not find him. When they got him, they found Honk Honk lying on the ground and he was stabbed but still alive. Who did this to you? Dave asked, concreted. Honk, Honk Honk said before fattening. Terezi, call the hospital, Dave yelled, and she did. The ambulance came and took Honk Honk. Honk Honk was stabbed, which can only mean Jakak. We'd better go to the Safari Zone and find Honk before he does anything else bad. They ran out into the Safari Zone and sure enough, Team Bad was there. Where are all the ciphers? Kit Kat yelled. Stop yelling, Jack said. Guys, shut up, Dave said. What is all the about? You tell me now, Dave said madly. Nope, Jack said. He let out his Zerkrom and Dave sent out Groundoon, but they were not on a cruise ship, so Groundoon used Earthquake and it was over. Okay, fine, Jack said. We wanted to kill some ciphers because it is mean, obviously, but now we cannot find any. Maybe we should investigate. Terezi, they went and investigated and they came across XxXCascaderXxX and Will. Groundoon punched XxXCascaderXxX in the face and it fainted and Will was relaxed. What is happening here? Jake said as he walked out of the bushes carrying 2 dead ciphers. Who are you? Jack yelled. I'm Jake England, the poacher! Jake yelled back. Are you related to the demon from the last story? Dav asked. Yes, Jake replied. I am his cousin, except not a demon, just a dude. Stop killing ciphers. Being bad is my job, Jakak said. But I'm not killing them to be bad. I am killing them for money. Jake laughed. Are you a ghost? Terzi said. You do not need to be dead to enjoy money, you moronic moron, Jake said. Either way, I will fight you. Dave told him. Dave sent out grounding, but Jake threw a dead cipher at Dave and it cut Dave's face. Jack used the distraction to get away, but Jake used the distraction, but Jack teleported and tried to stab him, but Jake jumped into the lake and left in a submarine. Jack was mad, so he said, now that Jake is gone, we will kill you instead. Jack and Tack ran at Dave, but Groundoon punched him so hard they flew into the sky. Thanks, buddy, Dave said. Just then Tereki got a phone call. Dave, she said, Honk Honk survived, and also the gym is open. Now the gym is open, can Dave get the bait next time? Dave walked out of Safari Zone with his friends, and they all were sad because Jake England, the evil poacher, got away from them, and also he killed a lot of skaters. Devi brightened up though because he knew the gym was open. Guys, we have to go to the gym and get the next badge. Come on, guys, Dave said. Treasy and Will nodded and they left to the gym for the second time in a day. They opened the door of the gym and it was pitch black. Dave couldn't see anything. Then heard a voice. It laughed. Suddenly a light turned on and standing there was Ganondorf. I am Ted Gym Leader, he roared. You cannot beat me, Lick. You beat my rival Lonk. Bring it on, Dave told him. Yeah, we can take you together, Terezi said. Ganondorf turned into a monster and rammed them and they went flying out of the gym. Ouch, Will sighed. This guy means business. Yes, he does, a woman voice said. That is why you'll need the Triforce. It is Zelda who is hot. Then the king of Hyrule walked up to her and said, yes, you dudes need the Triforce to beat Gonan. Here, tack this map to them and go quickly. They then walked behind Dav and his friends and disappeared in a fashion league. Dude, that was rad, Real yelled. Dave grinned and they set out to find the Triforce. Along the way they found the TM, but Dave did not want to teach it to Groundoon because he was in a hurry. The map led to the Pokemart, where Luigi was there holding a box. He walked up and said to Dave, "Tickety box, Davio." Dave took the box and thanked Luigi, but he was not Luigi, he was Master Chief. I'm sorry for hiding myself from you, but I had no quake. Zelda and the king gave me a packer and I had to protect it with my life, Master Chief told him. Dave said, it's cool, bro, and he walked out. Tereri opened the box and inside was the Triangle Force. Yes, we did it, Terezi yelled in joy. Yeah, we did good, Will ejaculated. They went back to the gym and Zelda and the king not out of the bushes. The king said, good job getting the Triforce, now give it to my lovely dad to Zelda so we go use it for good. Zelda was Magdo and said, why do I have to disguise as the girl? Shut up, Kit Kat, the king yelled. Zelda was Kit Kat, Dave Fogg. No, he thought she was hot, and also the king and Zelda was Team Bad. They wiped off their disguises and Jack said, this is your flat car park, give me my Triforce, Dave. Dave said, no man, it's ours, we need to beat Ganondorf. Fine, then Jack said, it's really a bomb anyway, and him and Kit Car ran away. Oh no, the Triforce is a bimb, Terezi screamed. Dave threw it into the distance and it blowed up. Dave said, oh well, we can beat Ganondorf with our Pokemon. They walked inside the gum and Dave sent out Groundoon. Ah, I see you are back, Gando yelled. Bring it on. Dave was scared though. There was no hope without the Triforce because it was a bomb and did not exit. Then the TM they found earlier floated and began to talk. I am the Triforce, Dave yelled. What? He taught it to Groundoon and said, Groundoon used Triforce, and Groundoon used it, and Ganondorf exploded! And the badge was there on the ground. Dave picked it up and Terezi said, yes, Dave, you have the rare not good badge. It's like the good badge you got from Lunk, except not good. It is evil like Jake England the Poacher and Team Bad and Ganopidorf, who are all bad guys in case you forgot, except Ganondorf because he's dead now. Cool, Dave said. Only 4 more to go until I could got to the league, and Tente left for next town. Chapter 11. Team Bad goes shopping. Dave got his 4th badge, so he was looking to find the next one. He asked Terezi because she was a gym leader and knew where to find the different gyms. Yo, Terezi, where do we go next? Dave asked. She tuned to him and said, Next we have to go to Celadon City and fight the next gym leader, John. Dave gasped. He knew John because John was his old childhood friend. Wow, Dave said. John's a gut leader? Yeah, Terezi said. He uses ghost-type Pokemon. Cool, Dave said. So how long is it going to take till we get to Celadon? Will poked out his Mayop and looked. Not very long, dude, he said. Only a few hours. And so Tefron's left to Secadon. Team Bad Intramission, Satart! Jack and Karkar were in the Celadon Mall because they were looking for a thing that could beat Dave because Dave was strong. Kit Kat looked at the sin that said floor 3, evil stuff, and said, Jack, we should go to the free floor and get some evil stuff because we are evil and can beat Dave with the evil stuff. Good thinking, Carrie Cat, Jack said. They pursed the free batoon on the elevator and walked inside. Jack laughed because he knew he would beat Dave now, and then they walked inside the elevator. When they got to the 3 floors up, they saw a giant killing laser. Oh my god, we have to got that, Karkar said. Jack rippled, Yes, we do. Now Dave will not stand a chance against us. Ha ha ha. But then they looked back to the Dave kill laser and Jake England the poacher was gonna buy it. Jack confronted him. Hey you, we saw that frisk, give it here. No, Jake sighed. He grabbed the laser and ran towards the elevator with it. Jack teleported their Frosto and destroyed it with his Grenfire. Jake then ran for the stairs and Team Bad followed him down. They ended up on floor 2 where they sold toys, so Kit Kat piked up a stuffy and threw it at Jake to stop him. It bounced off Dog and Jake said, What was that for you, gay homosexual? Cat was offended, so he cried and sat down on the floor. Jack followed Jake to the bottom floor and Jake tried to pay for the laser, but he had no money. Jack laughed. Good thing I have enough money. Jack went to pay for the laser, but he was $1 short. Who's chuckling now, you disgusting pumpernickel? Jake said meanly. He grabbed the laser and stole it. Jack was mad. He angrily swore revenge against Jake angrily. He teleported away. Team Bad, end. Dave and Femps walked into Cerulean City after hours of walking. I'm so glad we finally made it to Celadon City, Terezi said. Yeah, Will added it. Walking sucks. Dave agreed. They had walked a lot during their adventure. They sat down on a bench when the evil Jake England the poacher ran by carrying a laser and laughing. Dude, was that Jake England the poacher? Will asked. I think so, Dave said. But that is not important. We must find the gym and also Johan. Chapter 12. John Edbert is a ghost dragon. Dave stared forward. This was it. Soon he would be fighting his old friend John. He could not fight John because John was his friend. He turned to Terezi sadly. I cannot beat John because he is my friend, he said to her sadly before turning and looking sadly at the gym in sadness with sad eyes, but they were hidden by shades so she didn't notice. Yes, you can, Terezi chirred. You have to. You must get the badge to be champ. But I cannot, Dave yelled. Johan is my friend. Why don't you understand? He ran away crying. You shouldn't have done that, Will said. Shut the fuck up, Will, Terezi told him before running after Dav. Jack saw this as him and Catrak walked out of Timor. Did Dave just run by crying? Kit Kat asked. Yes, Jack replied. He'd obviously crying because we are cooler than him. Carrie Cat remarked. Oh, no, Jack said. I think he is crying because Tereri insulted him. Oh yeah, that makes sense, Cat Car sighed. Now let's follow them, Jack ordered. Fucking damn it. They followed Dav. Dav ran and cried. He was crying and he ran into the gym and there were black candles with pull-up fire. Dave stooped crying and looked around. John was a nice guy. He would not have this stanic stuff around. Then John said, Hey Dave. Oh hey bro, Dave sighed. Then Dave realised that John was not wearing his glasses. He's not John was but a monster. Your togs are correct, Dav, the monster telepathized. I am Giratina, and I am the best ghost type, and I have invaded Hon's body. No, Dave yelled. Got out him, he screamed. No, I like this body. Leave me alone. Giratina sighed. He knocked Dave aside with a tentacle of Chadow and red spike thing. Dav was terrified. John was not really John, he was Giratina. He could easily kill Dav. Dave ran out of Team Jim quick, knocking over Terezi and Team Bad. Kit Car stood up and swore. Jacat just shook his head. Stupid Dave, he said.
Don't call my boyfriend stupid,
Terezi yelled. Carb gave her their finger and they left the scene of the thing and into the gym. They saw Giratina leave John's body and let us kill the V, Jack said. No, screw off, Giratina told. Join us, Kit Car yelled. No, Grenadine said. I work not for Tim Bad, but for myself. Jack and Kit Car got frustrated and left.
That guy was mean,
Kit Car said. Shut the fuck up, Kit Kat, Jack muttered. Terezi found Dav sitting by the fountain with Will and apologised, but Dave stopped her and said it's okay, because John is positioned by Giratina now. We can stop him to get her, Top Peppy said. Yeah, Will agreed. Okay, Guts, let's do this, the V said. But how can we get an evil ghost out of someone? I do not know, Teresa said. We will think about it in XxXCascaderXxX hotel. So Dave and Terezi and Will checked into a hotel. Dave and Terepi share a room and Will alone in his own room. Meanwhile, Team Bad! Jack and Carcart were sitting outside the gym waiting to think of a plan. This has been a bad day, Jack said. First we lost the Triforce, and then the Dav kill gun, and now Giratina won't join us, and I got called a homo! Kit Kat snacked. Right, Jack said. We need a plan. But suddenly Jack had a plan. Jack grinned badly. Let's go kill Dave at the hotel, Jack said.
This is a good plan,
Kit Kat agreed. So they go to kill Dave. Will Dave die? Find out next time. Chapter 13. Steamy sex with Ghostbusters. Dave and Terezi were lying in their hotel room bed. Slowly Dave tuned to look at the love of his life. Terezi, Dave said, will you sex with me? Yes, Terezi yelled. She stood up and hugged him. Then they started to stripe. Dave peeled off Terezi's shirt and they kissed. Suddenly they took off more cloths. They were completely nud by the end of it. They kissed more and then started to lie down on the bed. They were about to do it when... No! You can't have sex! You don't have condominiums! Will yelled as he ran in the door. Dave noticed he was right. He couldn't have sex with Terezi now, but since there were more important things to do, he must save John from evil. Come on, guys, Dave said. We have to save John. Terezi nodded. You are right, Dave, she said. Let's go find out how to exercise him. Dave put on his clothes and went to left her room to find a ghost exerciser. Later there was a knock on the door. Don't come. Terezi are naked, Will sighed, but the person came in a ways. It was Kit Kat. He poked out a camera and took picture. Car chuckled. Now that I have a picture of Therapy naked, I can put it on the internet and get rich from porn money. Jack came up behind him and spappled him. No, stupid. We need to use it for blackmail, Jack said. Terezi, you will give us Dav to kill or I will send the picture to all your friends, Jack demanded. That's not nice, Will sighed. He pulled out his sword. Jack, your evil ends here, Will screamed. He thrusted at Jack, but Jack teleported and stabbed Will in his good sword arm. Take that as your warning, Jack said. He teleported away and the cart car ran out of the room. Will passed out from shock and Terezi cried. She hoped the Vey was dong better than them. Dave was not. There were no priests in town. He had given up hope when he saw a busyness card. Ghostbusters, it said. Yeah, these guys could help me, Dave celebrated. He called the number on the card and the Ghostbusters drove up. They were all there. Ray, Egon, Bankman and the black dude. Dave said, "Can you guys take out the vile ghost dragon Grantina?" "Yeah, sure," Ray said. They walked into the gym and Guillotine Job was there. "What now?" he said. "Now you will leave my friend's body," Dave yelled. "Get him." The Ghostbusters fired the beams and hit Grenade right in the face. "Screw off," he yelled as he shot a hype beam back. He missed. The Ghostbusters kept attacking. There was an explosion and he left John's body. He was big and grey and a dragon with gold armour and no legs and tentacles. The Ghostbusters keep shouting, so he flew out of the gym. "We did it," the Ghostbusters yelled. Bankman high-fived Dave and they left in the Ghostbusting car. Slowly Johan woke up. "John," Dave said as he ran to his friend's side. "Are you okay?" "Yeah, I think so," John sighed. "What happened?" "You were possessed by Gira, but it is gone now. You are safe," Dave told him. "Good," John yelled happily. "For this I will give you the gold badge." "Woo," Dave hauled. He had 5 badges. "Hey John, do you want to meet my otter friends?" Dave asked. "Yeah, sure," John said. Kit Car was grump. He thought his plan was better. Besides, he got the picture, but he supposed that the hotel plan was Jack's. "Hey Jack," Car asked, "is this plan really gonna work?" "Of course it is," Jack yelled. "Terezi will hand it over Dave to us and we will win. Ha 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 ha." Girantina was flying out of Celadon. He hated Dave. "I hate that Dave," he yelled. Then he heard a voice.
"So, you want to kill Dave too?" it said.
"Yeah," Giratina replied.
"I can help you with that."
The voice reptiled. Jake England walked out of the bush.
"That retard must die,"
Jake proclaimed. "I agree," Giratina said. "Let's team up to kill that dud." Jake grinned. Chapter 14. Fontaine Fun. Dav and John were walking to the hotel where him and Will and Terexi were staying. As they were netting the door, John asked,
"Hey Davy, who is Will anyway?"
Dave said, "Will is a pirate and really cool. He has a sword and could fight really good." Dave opened the door to the room and, "Oh my God, Will, what happened? Why are you bleeding?"
"Will can't answer you. He's passed out," John yelled.
"Oh, John, yep, fucking. Oh God, no," Dave said. "We have to get Will to the hospital." Johan yelled, "There is not phone." Then Terezi walked out of the bathroom. "Don't worry about Will," Terezi said. "He only got stabbed in the arm. He should wake up soon." "Oh, okay," Dave said. Terezi then started to cry. "What's wrong?" Dave asked.
Kaka took a naked pic of me and Jack is blackmailing me with it."
"Oh no," Dave said. "I have to get the next stabbage. I can't help you right now." John protested.
"Oh, come on, Dave. Your girlfriend needs your help."
"Oh, fine," Dave said. "The badge can wait." Jack and Kit Kat were sitting by the fountain waiting for Terezi to deliver Dave to them. Jack looked at his watch.
"She's late,"
he yelled.
"Should I send the picture, boss?"
Cat Car asked him.
"No, give her time."
Jack sighed.
"She is an idiot." "Good thing I stopped being in love with her. I hate her now,"
Carrie Cat said.
"Wait, you used to love her?"
Jack yelled.
"Yeah,"
Car Cat said.
"You dumb tard, give me that camera,"
Jack said.
"Why?"
Kit Kat asked.
"Because you used to love her
So now I do not trust you with that picture." Jack told can trust me, Carpart said. "Well,
I will not get rid of it because even Tog, I loved her once. I hate her now because she picked Dave, and I hate Dave because Terezi picked him over me."
Fine," Jack said. "But can I see it first to prove you didn't get rid of it?"
"Oh, sure,"
Car said. He pulled out the camera and went to hand it to Jack, but his hand slipped and he accidentally dropped it into the fontaine and it exploded.
"No, you clumsy douche,"
Jack yelled.
"That was our blackmail stuff. Without it, we can't control Turpy.
He threw Kit Kat into the fountain too and sat down. He was mad. Dave watched this and laughed at Team Bad. You guys suck, Dave said. Kit Kat got out of the fountain and yelled at Dave. Shut up, Dave, you are gay. Dave knew he was not a homosexual and he punched Kaka in the face. He fell back into the fountain. Jack got up from the bench.
Only I can beat up Kaka,
he yelled at Dave. He teleported to Dave to stab him, but Dave turned around quick and blocked his blow. Don't fight me, Jack. We have to battle, Dave demanded. Fine by me, Jack said. Go Zekrom. He sent out Zerkron. Go Groundoon, Dave yelled. Groundoon came out his Pokeballs. Jack laughed. Too bad, Dave. I taught Zerkron a move that I made myself, so the Groundoon's going down! Zirconium used Gren Lightning. He shot Gren Lightning and it knocked Groundoon back and evaporated Fountain. That is a good attack, Dave exclaimed. Then he had an idea. Groundoon, Triforce, he commanded. It was super effective. Zekrom fainted because he was black and evil like Gonford, and as we all know, all black things are evil. Jakak was stunned. He teleported away before anything else could happen to him, and Kit Kat got out of 10 found in and ran into Tear Woods to escape from Dav. Just then, John ran out of the hotel. He noted all their destructification, and he was like, oh man, I really miss that battle. Yeah, man, it was great, Dave told him. Oh, hey, how are Terezi and Will doing? They're fine. Will's awake. You should go visit him, John sighed. Dave ran into the hotel room and saw Will. Will, he yelled. Bro, Will yelled. They hugged, but it was a bro hug. Dave's not gay, you sicko. Guys, Dave said, it's time to get to next badge from Cinnamon Bar City. Why do you want the bagels so bad anyway, Dave? John asked. It is because I want to finally beat my biggest log-time rival and also the champion. I must beat my bro. Chapter 15. A deadly game of football. Dave and his friends went on a whack. They said goodbye to Johan because you had to stay with the gym, and they left to Cinnamon Bar City. As they walked, Will asked, so how is this bro, anyway? My bro is an evil ninja who raps, Dave exclaimed. I have to beat him because he's my rival in Lif. So as soon as you get to badges you can fight him, Will said. No, Dave yelled. Before I beat him I need to beat the Elite Four. They are all evil. They are Bruno, Agatha, Lance, and worst of all, Elite Four Boss. It's a good name. Then we can beat bro after they are beat. Cool, man, Will sighed. Jake England, the evil poacher, was waiting in the bush. He was gonna kill Dav with the laser he got at him all because it was a laser and it is dangerous. I will kill Dave now, he yelled. He jumped out. Dave, I will kill you, he yelled, but Dav was not there. False alarm. He sighed. He killed some ciphers to relieve his stress and began to wait again for Dave to come by. Dave didn't come, so he left to finish him. Dave walked and walked and walked for hours. He sat down on bench. Will and Turfy sat next to him. Meanwhile, Team Bad watched him from the forest. Yes, Dave is taking break. Now is the perfect time to steal Groundoon, Carl Cart said trumpetly. Jakak pulled out binoculars and looked. Now, stupid, his friends are there. If we try and steal Groundoon, they'll beat you up. Kit Kat said. Let's think of a plan. Jakak got a plan. He laughed. This plan is perfect. Dav and his friends got to Cinnabart City and Terezi was like, okay, we are here now. Go challenge the gym. No, wait, Dave said. He noticed the stadium. Will, let's go watch soppers like real men. Yes, Will said. Let's go. And they left, and Terezi was sad because Dave was not dedicated. Dave walked in but was approached by Charles Barkley, the football player. Dave, I think you have what it takes to be a good football trainer. Join the team. Yes, Dave yelled. He loved football. Will, come on, we are on the team. They went to the locker room and changed into gear and went out onto the field to play football. Dave shot a touchdown. Yes, I got a goal, Dave yelled. He ran around the field. Also, his quarterback was grounding. That's blatantly illegal. Then the other team took off their helmets. They were team bad, all 12 of them.
Hey, loser,
Kit Kat said.
You may just scored, but we are better at football because we are not fat like you.
Dave was not fat. He was mad, and he tacked Carbart, and he fell into Jack.
This is last straw,
Jack yelled. He pushed Dav, overgraded the football, and ran to the field goal end, and he scored it.
Ha ha ha, what now?
Jack laughed. Then Dav scored a toner touchdown and won. He went to Charles Barkley to get his prize. Hey, Dave, Charles said. Your prize for winning is death. He pulled off his face, and he was Jake England. No, Dave said. Not you. You utter evil poacher.
Yes, Jake sighed. And now I will poach you. Go, Garantina.
He snet out Garantina, and Gira was like, oh god, not this dude. He smashed Dav with a tentacle, but Groundoon punched him back.
No,
Jake said.
This is so not going how I planned. Garantine's showdown farce.
He used Shadow Force and vanished and reappeared and hit Groundoon. Groundoon was smart dog, and he used Flash, and the light knocked Garantine out.
I will not lose,
Jake said. He reached into Colt and pulled out Dave Kill Laser. He shot at Dav, but then out of nowhere, John showed up and took the shot. John, no, Dave said. He started crying. John, you were my friend. Why did you die?
He's not dead, you idiot, moron. Only almost, you dumb idiot.
Jake said. He went out to fire the laxer again, but he was out of ammo.
I will be back with more ammo, Dav,
he yelled. He got on Granty's back and flew away. Team Bad was mad. They lost football and Dave did not die. They decided to charge at him to kill, but Dave dodged and they hit a wall and knocked themselves out. Dave and friends left the stadium and Johan was sent to the hospital on the other side of Cantu. I sure will miss him, Dave said. You still have us? Will said that. What? Dave said, you are rigged, Will. Then Terezi laughed at him because he did not listen to her and he got in danger for it. Next time Dave challenged him, will he be ready? Chapter 16. The Mannion and the Bomb. Will and Dave were walking with Terezi to the gym when Terezi noticed Mansion. They whacked old the Mannion and looked at the sin. Burned manor, stay hot, it sired. Let's go in, guys, Terezi said. No, dude, the sign says stay out, Will said. Let's stay out. I'm sure it wouldn't be that bad, Will. The sign is probably just there to keep people safe, but we are trainers. We have Pokemon and are always safe. Yeah, okay, bro, you have a point, Will said. Yeah, let's go in, Terezi said. They walked inside the Manonion and they saw that it was burned. Bro, there must have been fire here. This house is burned, Will said. Will is right, Terezi said, but how did fire start? Hey, look, a basement. Dave pointed to the said stairs. Let's go investigate, Terezi said. They went into the basement and there was some dead bodies. There's a lot of bodies here, Dave observed. Will picked up a note. It said, we have burned down this manor because it was really a lab and we made Mewtwo here, but he turned evil, said we had to bomb down the mansion to kill him because it was evil. The note said, oh, interesting, Dave noted. Then he turned around and there was dead Mewtwo body. Will gasped. He did not lick dead Pokemon body. Then voice came from nowhere. I am Mewtwo Ghost, go die. They screamed and ran away, but just then Kit Kat walked out and Kit Kat had a megaphone. Calf laughed. Yes, guessed. Dave turned around and laughed at his dumbness. Oh my god, you stupid troll, Jack yelled as he ran up from behind some fallen woods and kicked Cart car. You gave us away, you idiot face. Oh hey, look how it is, Dave sighed. It's ugly car part and jerk gnaw. Hey, shut up, Jack braked. No, Dave sighed. Ha ha ha, good, Jack said. He pulled Ott switch. When I activate this, a bomb will explode in 10 minutes and you will die, losers. He grabbed Kit Car and teleported out. Then the bomb. It ticked and tocked and Dave was scarred. He ran out with his friends and the manor bloated up. Dave sighed. I think we should go to the gum now before Team Bad screws up and roll stuff. Yeah, that's a good plan, Will said. Terrorezi nodded. They went to gym, but the gym was locked. What? Dave yelled. He kicked door. Stupid gym. Where is the leader and why is it closed? Then Purple Fishman came. It is because all the gym leaders, except the ones you have not faced yet, because the writer hasn't decided who they are yet, are at the Seafoam Island because a poocher has captured the legendary Articuno and is holding him ransom. Oh, Dave said. Will you give us a rid to the island? Pearlep Fishman said yes and took them on a boat to the Seafoam Island. They looked around and all the gym leaders were there, along with Adrian Brody. He was Cinnabart leader. They said, hey man, to him. And Adrian was like, yo. And then Terezi was like, who's this evil poacher? Adrian meant to say it, but Dave knew the answer. It can only be Jake England. Team Bad was mad and sad. Jack was so mad at Kit Kat because he was retarded and messed up all their plans. Carrie Cat, I hate you, Jack said. I know, Calf Cat ripped. Then Jack piked up newspaper. Wait, he yelled. I got it. He had a plan. If he took the bird-type legend from the poacher, then he could get Rick from ransom money. He laughed. This was such a good plan. Calf Cat, redeem your sleth by helping me capture Articuno. Yes, boss, Cat Cat sighed. Chapter 17. Brave Cave Dave Rave. Dave starred at the Seafoam Island cave. He was determined to rescue Articuno from the evil poker. Slowly he started to walk in. Rill and Tersey followed. Dave got into cave and was amazed. It was ice. There was ice everywhere, even on the roof of the cave. That's a lot of ice, Will said. Haha, yeah, Terezi replied. She picked up Snowball and threw it at Dav. He got hit in face. Dave wiped his fact. All right, Terepi, let's do this. He sent out Groundoon. Groundoon, Dave yelled. Use snowballs. Groundoon nods and Groundoon Terezi's snowballs fucked. Terezi loosed. Ah, man, she said. She sat down in the snow and mourned her defeat. Will smirked and said, I could take you on, Groundoon. But then a voice rang out. What are you doing? Dave looked to see the voice dude and he saw and was surprised. It was Elite Four boss. Oh my god, you guys are retarded, he said. And then Team Bad! Jack and Cat were on the other side of the was in scuba suit and Jack was just wearing his normal cloths. So, Jack said, let's go over the plan. He pointed to a whiteboard with doodles on it. First you swim under 10 Island to the secret entrance. Then you drill a hole for me to get into. Any questions?
Yes,
Cat said.
When I swim into the secret entrance, then drill a hole for you to get in. How do I drill it? I don't have a drill.
Jack handed him a drill and pushed him into the water. Get swimming, he yelled. Dave stepped up to confront Evil Four Boss. Elite Four Boss, you are evil, and evil is bad, he screamed. Yeah, I am, but I don't like other bad dudes, so I have to stop this poach, so shut up. Terezi then said, then you aren't very Eliv, are you? Elite Four Boss shot her a screw off I hate you look, and she got sad. Alright, he said, we're gonna have to work together to get through these islands, so let's start. Dave realised he was right and reluctant agreed. So Dave asked, where do we got? We have to go to the island quarry, where Articuno resides, and sure enough, that evil poocher Jake England will be there. Elite Four Boss reptiled. Alright, let's go, Dave said. Jack was waiting for Carbart. He checked his watch. It was 5 minutes. Oh, that Kit Kat is so slow, he barked. Then Kit Kat drove through a wall. Hey, boss, car are late, Jack yelled. Oh, jeez. He pointed to his Dave locator GPS. Dave is already inside the island. Cat was sad. He said,
at least we can get into the Landis now.
This is true, Jack sighed. Let's go. So they walked inside the island. Dave and friends and Elite Four Boss were walking down to cave when they came across thin ice. Will was brave, so he stepped out onto ice first. He fell through. Dave rushed a hole and looked in. Will, are you okay? He yelled. Yeah, bro, I landed on something soft. Will looked down. He landed on Calf Cat. Jack facepalmed, then Dave saw them. Team Bad, he yelled. He jumped down to a hole. Jack facepalmed again. Why am I stuck with all these homos? Jack asked him sliff. I don't know, but I'm gonna beat you down, Dave yelled. Jack double face palmed. The reset of Dav's gang and also Elite Foe boss upped down and joined Dav. Terezi said, There's no time for Team Bad. We must find Jake Endlang. Where is to Island Core? Elite Four boss pointed to a sign that said Il Sand Core in this door, and it pointed to a door. You people blind? He asked. They went into door. Team Bad went in too. There in sick was Jake England Evil Poker. He had Articuno tied to chair. He laughed. You guys may be here, but it is too late. I have 10 legendary Pokemon and you cannot stop me. Dave laughed. Dude, you are one guy, and we have 3 and maybe Team Bad, but probably not because they're evil. Bloody right we are, Jack yelled. He teleported behind Jake England and beat him up. Then they loaded Articuno into their helicopter that they just had for some reason. Now we have Articuno, and they flew away in helicopter. No, Jake England said. Now I will take out my anger on you. Again, dude, there's 4 of us and 1 of you, they said. You are wrong, you barrel-faced baboon, Jake said. On my team, I have your evil cousin, Dark Stdider. Dark Stdider appeared and he was really hot and so cool, but Dave was not a homosexual and incest was wrong and shipping them together is gross, you sick pig. Hey, yo, Dave, bro, dog, I'm gonna kill you. He said all cool rapper-like. Dave was amazed. Dork was his bro's brother, but he lived in Australia. Why was he here? Enough reunion crap, Dave. Enough reunion crap, Dave, Jake yelled. Yeah, bro, dog, Dick told him. Let's fight now. Dave sent out Groundoon, but could he bring himself to hurt Dark? Find out next Capita. Chapter 18. Adrian Brody is dead. Could he bring himself to hurt Dark? Yes, he clouded. Grounding slammed it into Dirk, knocking him back into the wall. Dark stood up. So, homie, that's all you got? He asked sexily. He ran at Grounding and Grounding ran at him, but Dark jumped over Grounding and landed in front of Dave. Ha ha ha, bro. Dick laughed. He went to punch Dave, then from behind Dave came Will. He jumped in and started to sword fight Dork. Jake England, the evil poacher, was really mad. Forget about Will! Just kill Dave! Sorry, Jake, dude, Dirk said as he dodged a sword attack from Will. Terzi hid her eyes. There's so much fighting, Dave. What if Will dies? She cried. Don't be stupid, Turpy. Will be fine, and fine we was. Will did a jump attack and knocked Dirk into Jake England, and Jake fell over. Ah, you blasphemous meerkat! He yelled. He kicked Dirk aside. Well, Dave. It appears that you're stronger than I thought. Not for long. He pulled out gun. I don't need a laser to kill you, Jake yelled. Dave screamed in fear and hid behind Terezi. Ha ha ha, this new is a sniper rifle. It can go through your girlfriend and kill the both of you. He aimed a gun and went to pull the trigger when Grounding punched him in the face and he dropped his gun and went flying. Jake England stood up and glared at Dave. I see how it is, Dave, very well. I will kill you later. He whistled to the scorter and the submarine came up and piloting it was dead Skelebowser. He reckoned Dav from the Battle of the Band and waved. Dav saw him and yelled, You traitor! How could you work for him? Bowser just shrugged and Jake England jumped in the Zub. They dove away. You guys are retarded! How could you let this crap happen? Elite Four boss yelled. Hey, shut up, man, Will said. Elite Four boss got mad and yelled a bunch more and stuff happened and he said, You guys are all dumb, I'm out of here, and he left. Dave and his friends rocked sadly out of the cave. What's wrong? Purple Manfish asked. Dav started to cry in a sexy way. Jake England got away and Team Bad has Articuno, he cried. Will tried to pat him on the back and comfort him, but he burst Will's hand away. No, it's not the time for that now. We must fight Adrian Brody. They got fish to take them back to Cinnabard. And when they got there, it was ice everywhere. People were slipping in it and there was a Sandman with frostbite. This is terrible, Terzi cried. And I know just who's behind this. Dave yelled. Team Bad. But wait, Will said. Isn't Adrian Brody supposed to be protecting the island? He is the gum leader. Yeah, Dave said. This is weird. Then ice beam. Where did that ice beam come from, Dave asked. Up there, Will yelled. They low-keyed up and it was Jack and Kit Kat riding on Articuno. Ha 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 ha. Kit Kat.
Dave, you gay, it is time you became a frozen Dave on a stick.
He laughed at his own joke. Jack was not impressed. It's called a Dave-sicle, you tard. He pushed Kit Kat off the bird and he fell on top of a rock. Ow! He said. Jack! Dave yelled. Where's Adrian Brody? Adrian Brody is dead! Jack laughed. No! Purple Fisherman broke down and cried. It was my best friend! Jack saw his tears and laughed more. It's okay, Fishman. I will avenge you, Dave yelled. Go, Groundoon! Jack saw Groundoon and got worried. Carry Cat! He yelled. Attack Groundoon! Carcart ran up to Groundoon and began punching him, but he did nothing. Groundoon smacked him aside. Jack growled. Articuno, use Icy Beam. Dave saw this and said, Groundoon, use Fire Burst. The fire overpowered to ice and went towards Articuno. Jack jumped off just before Starticuno was burned to death. Jack flipped out the bird and got Carry Cat and teleported away. Dave looked at the crying Purple Fishman. Hey man, Dave said. Purple Fishman stopped crying. What? He asked. Dude, can I have Age's badge because he's dead? Oh yeah, sure. Fishman gave Dav the badge and Dav, Will and Terezi high-fived. Dave has got the third less badge, only 2 more. Can you do it? Can you be the Pokemon camp? Chapter 19. A fun party with murder. The Via was soothing on Groundoon because Groundoon knew Surf and Will and Terzi were there with him. Hey dude, where are we going? Will asked. We are going to Saffron City to get to next badge, Dave answered. Then Dave's phone rang. It was Oak. Dave, I'm inviting you to a part at my mansion for your badges and stuff. I'm inviting everyone who was impotent to your quest. Yes, Dave yelled. Guys, Dave yelled. Aiko invited us to party. Cool, Will said. We should totally go.
Yeah,
Terezi said.
It's even on Terrain to Saffron.
Groundoon, Dave commanded. Take us to Pulp Town to met Okta. Groundoon changed its course. We're gonna party! Will yelled. Meanwhile at the party, Oak was making cake for the guests. He was in the kitchen. Then he lounged up and on the ceiling written in blood was the word, Someone will die. Oak creamed in shock and then realised it was just tomato sauce. He lolled. Elite 4 boss came into the kitchen. He was impatient by waiting for Oak to finish the party fod. Oh my god, Oak, hurry up, he yelled. 1 second, I'm almost done, Oak said. Elite 4 boss looked up at the clock. It said 6. Then he looked up at the roof and saw the writing. Someone should clean that up, he said. Yeah, Oak yelped. Elite 4 boss left because he was tired of Oak. He sat on the couch. Groundoon arrived at the Pallet Town dock and everyone got off his back. They sat down and Groundoon got otted to water. Will talked to Dav. Should we get going to Oakie's party now, Dave? Will said. Yeah, sure, give me a sec, Will. Dave told him. I have to put on my party suit. He went up behind a tree and came out wearing the sexiest ever. Terezi ran up and kissed him a lot because he looked so hot. Now we can go to Oak's party, Will. Cool, bro, Will said. They went up to Oak Manor, which was right next to Oak Lab, and they went in the house. They'd cocked on the door and Oak opened it. Dave! Oak yelled. Oak! Dave yelled. They hugged and Oak said, welcome back, Dave, and he let Dav and his friends inside. Inside it was fancy decorated and there was a stag for live music. On the stage was Nickelback. Dave loved Nickelback, but not in a gay way because Dave is straight. There were lots of older guests at the party too, like Purple Fishman and Lonk. Dave went over to talk old Nickelback and Terepi and Will went to the snack table. Hey Nickelback, Dave said. Hi Dave! Nickelback replied. Your music is good. Okay. Your music is good, Dave said. Just then the lights went off. Everyone screamed. Everyone except Elite for Boss. When the lights came back on, Nickelback was dead! Murder! The V yelled. Murder! The guests tried to leave the party, but Torrido blocked her ball.
Nobody leaves till we solve the murder.
Dave stepped up. This could only be the work of Team Bad.
No,
Jack said. He was sitting on a chair eating cake. Kurt Carr was next to him on a different chair eating a big bag of crisps. Jack stood up.
We are not murderers. We only want to kill you, Dave. Yeah.
Kit Kat said. Dave got mad. Why are you guys at this party? I hate you. At least we're not gay, Carpart yelled. Dave got mad and punched him and there was fight. Stop, you loser heads, Jack yelled. Dav, find a killer so he can leave. Why don't you help, Jack? Dave said. 'Cause you're retarded and I hate you, Jack told him. Tursey went to examine her body. He was killed by a gunshot, she said. Rick to their heads. Dav said. The murderer must be in the room. But who is it? Link talked. I know who did it! I witnessed everything it was! And then the lights went out. When they came back on, Link was beat to death. He was all bruised and stuff. Elite Four boss took a drink of his coffee. Well, that sucks, he said. And then the lights went out again. Elite Four boss, Team Bad, Dave and his friends all turned on their flashlights. All 10 other guests were gone.
Oh no, what do we do?
Teresa yelled. I have a plan, Dave said. Let's split up and look for clues.
Okay,
Teresa said. Dave spoke up. Will and Tar Peppy, come with me. Team Bad, go with Elite Four boss. We will solve this mystery. Chapter 20. Is Dave the murderer? Kit Kat shone his flashlight onto a chair sitting in the corner of the room.
Jack,
he said.
This is not evidence.
Shut up, Kit Kat. I only care about what is evidence. Besides, the sooner we find this killer, the sooner we can kill Dave.
Okay,
Carrie Cat said.
It's so Jack. I want to send Andy Ghosts in here.
He spoke scraggly. Carpart, shut up. You're starting to sound like a gay.
Will you guys stop arguing and come check this out?
Elite Four boss said. He lifted up an object that he found onto ground. It was a thing that makes news quite. It was a silencer. This silencer is probably why no one heard the gunshot, Jack said as he grabbed the thing from Elite Four boss. He looked closer. There was no fingerprints.
God damn it,
Jack yelled. There was no fingerprints, so he could know Finite the killer. How can I be a good evil detective without some god evidence? He snapped his fingers. He had an idea. He pulled Carcart aside. He told his plan. We need to farm Dave for the murder, then Dave will get sent to prison and raped and we can leave his house.
But what about the real killer?
Carrie Cat said.
What if Dave finds him? What if he kills us?
Fine, Jack said. You used to stay with Elite Four boss and look for clues, and I'll go sabotage Dave.
Okay, sounds good.
Cat said. Jack left. Elite Four boss turned to Kit Kat.
Oh boy,
he said.
I'm stuck with the stupid one.
Dave and Will were walking fat down the hall. They had got separated from Turpy while investigating and they were worried and trying to find her. It was then that they heard the voice from Tedracnus. Dave, I will kill you and all your friends. Hey man, leave us alone, Dave said to the voice. We're trying to find our friends so you will not kill us, okay? The room was silent. Will shrugged and they went into another room. There was a dead body inside and it was a party guest. Oh man, not another one, Will yelled. The voice again. Dave, your girlfriend is next. Really? He asked concerned. No, I don't know where she is, but I will find her and she will be dead. And it will be all your fault because you are the murderer. Dave was shocked. Could he be the killer? He was near Nickelback when he died. Maybe he was just crazy. Will, and I the murderer? Dave asked. Nah, bro, you're too cool, Will replied. They kept looking until they found a gun on the floor. It had the word Dave written on it. Dave, is this new yours? Will yelled. No, I swear to God, I don't even own a new. Just then, a shadowy figure walked up behind them. They turned around, and it was just Oak. Oh, hello, Dave, he said. Oak, Dave yelled. I saw I'm happy to see you. Where did everyone go? I don't know, Oak said. I was tied to a chair, but I got out because the ropes were loose. Did you see the killer? Will asked. Oh, no. He was wearing a mask, Oak replied. Then the voice spoke from the shoulders again. Kill him now, Davy. Kill him. Dave quickly spun around and shined the flashlight at the darkness. The voice was Jack. Jack stood there, surprised. He then yelled, have fun getting raped in prison, and then teleported. Well, that's one mystery solved, Will said. I guess your characters wanted to bug you. Yeah, Dave said. But where's Tursey? I'm right here, she said as she come round the corner. I found some good evidence. I found this sniper rifle in the trash. It was the murder weapon that killed Nickelback. Cool, Dave said. Let's get everyone together and find out who the murder was. Everyone was standing around in the living room. Terezi presented the rifle and said,
This was the murder weapon, but if that was the case, why didn't we hear it?
She grabbed Elite Four Boss's silencer and held it up.
This is why.
I didn't say you could have that. Give it back, he said.
Shut up,
Terezi said.
This proves that this was indeed the weapon.
XxXCascaderXxX laughed. It can't be the weapon because the weapon is this. He held up to Dave gun.
This proves that Dave killed everyone.
And he shot it to jail. Jail? Okay. Terezi objected.
XxXCascaderXxX, you planted that evidence and we all know it.
XxXCascaderXxX grumbled.
So now we need to figure out who did it,
Terezi said. Oh my god, this is boring, Elite Four Boss said. I did it. It was me, he said.
But why?
XxXCascaderXxX asked. Because this party was boring. I thought this would make it interesting. I used the rifle to kill Nickelback because their music sucks and I could frame that poacher. Oh, okay, Dave said. Nickelback was a jerk anyway. But who killed Link? I liked him. That's right, Will said. Link was beat to death. Elite Four Boss is too skinny for that. Hey, shut up, Boss said. That's easy, Terepi replied. One who beat up Link was... She walked over and pulled on Oak's face. It was a mask. Oak was really... Rocky! Of course, they said. Rocky is the only one strong enough. Rocky's been in the story the whole time. But where's the real Oak? There was a bag on the floor and suddenly trapdoor opened and Oak climbed out.
Hey, Dave, he said. Elite Four Boss locked me and the party guests in here. Anyway,
Terezi said.
Now that everyone's fine and the murderers are caught, let's call the cops.
She brought out her cell phone and dialed the number and Rocky punched her and knocked her out. Elite Four Boss grabbed the phone. I will have my revenge, you bunch of lamos. Him and Rocky ran out the door. Jack and KitKat stood there awkward fly.
Ah,
KitKat said.
This is awkward.
Yeah, XxXCascaderXxX said. XxXCascaderXxX teleported him and Cartpart out. Dave tightened his fist. Now he wanted to get Alter badges more than ever, because it means he could fight Elite Four Boss in a Pokemon fight. What a great intermission that was completely relevant to the plot. Chapter 21. The Drink Crets. Dave was almost done his crets. There were only 2 baggies left until he was going to fight the Light Four, and he knew he had to Saffron City and get it before it was too late. Dave and Fiends waved goodbye to Oak and began to walk down the path to Afron. They walked for a bit and Tente came to a gate thing with a dude in front of it. Dave said, Hey man, we need to pass her to get to the city. The dude said,
No, you cannot go to the city because I am thirsty, lol.
Oh, that's so not fair, Will complained. Dave said to the man, What does thirsty have to do with get on through here?
Shut up and grab me a drink, you fat,
the guy said. Okay, fine, Dave yelled. As they started to walk away, the man took off his mask, and he was KitKat. Jack poked out from behind the gate.
Did it work, Booze?
KitKat asked. Yeah, Jack said. For now, anyway. Then he teleported away to his other evil plan. Dave didn't know where any pop was for the dude to drink, so he said, Will, where can I find pop for the dud to drink because he's thirsty? We gotta go to the mall back in Cerulean and get pop from their vending machine. So they made ground and fly them there because he was magic, and then they went to the top of the mall tower and the vending machines were being stealed. Elite Four Boss was driving a crane and lifting them a while. Dave said, Get back here, you bad guy. No, Elite Four Boss said.
I hate you. Why would I come back?
Oh, Dave said. Elite Boss laughed all evil like evilly while he was stealing the machine like an evil dude. Man, that Elite Four Boss is evil, Will said.
Yeah,
Terezi agreed. Guys, this is no time to fool around. We need that drink. Right, Will said. So where do we go then? It was at that moment that a dude in a train coat came out of the shadows of the alley.
I can get you what you want, for a prick.
Who are you? Dave asked. He wiped off the coat and he was dead, Bowser. No, Dave yelled. You are a bad guy, I will not klep you.
Fine, he said. Fine, I guess you won't get this drink.
He held up a bullet of water. Will's eyes widened. He pulled the V aside. Dave, we need that water, he said. I know, Dave replied, but he is a bad guy. We cannot trust him with our money.
Dave, we have no money, Will said.
What?
they asked. Will pointed to Bow's boner running away with Dav's wallet. Bastard, Dave said. Now you have to find him. But how? Terezi asked. It is simple, Dave said. We have to get Grissom's help. Right, Terezi said. So then they went to Lavender Town and met up with Grissom, aka Fuji. Hey guys, how can I help? He asked. We need you to find dead Bowser and get Amy wallet back. Alright, cool, he said. But there is one problem. What is it? Dav asked. Everyone in town has turned goth and I can't figure out why. We can solve the mystery, Will said. We all put on a Sherlock outfit and they went investigating. Soon they found the culprit. There was a radio tower in the city and it was playing goth music. Dave kicked down the door and saw that Jakak was the DJ. He noticed Dav and laughed. He laughed. So, Dave, I see you notice my goth music's turning people goth. Yeah, Dave said. Well, now I'm gonna kick it into maximum goth drive. He cracked up the volume and then more goth music from Good Charlotte started to play and everyone got more emo. Jack, stop it, Dave yelled. He flip-kicked Jack and sent him flying. Jack tried to stab Dave, but Dave was fat. Jack hit the floor and teleported out after swearing loudly. Wow, we did it, Will said. Yeah, Grissom said. Now I will help you. Dead bones should be in Kanto City. What? Kanto City? Thanks, Dav said. He went to the city and sure enough, Dead Bones was there. They tackled him and stole the wallet back. Take that, you sack of bones, Dave taunted. Then they looked to the side and saw a big tuck that had the words Elite Four Boss Shipping Co. and they knew where the vending machines were. They waited until night and then snuck into the building. They saw the vending machines in the corner, but then an alarm. Dave quickly put in a coin and grabbed some coke and ran, but Elite Four Boss was waiting in their path. God, you guys are dumb, he said. Will headbutted him out of the way and he was cold. Now let's get out of here, Dave yelled. They all left. They got back to the Saffron Gate and the guard was there. Give me my drink, he yelled. Okay, Dave said. He gave the guy his coke and then the guy said, Ha ha, gay loser, I am not a guard, it is me, Caricat. He ripped off the disguise. No, Dave yelled. We wasted all that time on you? That's right, Dave, and I'm gonna waste you. Go, Digimon! Cartcast sent out his Digmon, Dave gasped. Groundoon couldn't take it on. Jack then teleported in. Now you're screwed, the V. Screwed! How could the V beat the evil Diginom? Chapter 22. The Return of Jake England. Dave stared down Karkar. Karkar stared down Dave. One of us is gonna have to attack, Karkar said. Then it'll be you, Dave said. I'm not gonna leave myself up to a counterattack. Ah, somebody do something, Jack yelled. He sent out Zerkron. He laughed. I've been studying your moves, Dave. Now Zerkron knows how to use Force and Punch Fur Blast. Oh no, Dave worried. Will, help me, he yelled. I don't stand the chance about Cart and Jack now that both of them are attacking. I can't, bro, Will answered. I don't have Pokemon. But I do, Terzi said. She jumped out from behind Dave and sent out her best Pokemon, Onix. So what? You have Onix? Big deal, Jack said. Yeah, Terexy said, but my Onix knows the best move, Stonage. Jakak said, it's still no match for Zerkrom's new and improved green lifting. Jack pointed and Zerkrom shot it at Onix, but Onix was okay. What? How is this possible? Jack sold. My Onix has good defense, Terzi said. Well, no matter how high his defense is, he cannot stop Digimon because he's a Pokemon. But this can, Will said as he stabbed Digimon again. That's not fair, Kit Kat said. Yes, it is, Dave said. I will win now. He made Groundoon use Earthquake and Zirconium was hurt. Now, Will, he's hurt, Will yelled. They ran past Jakak and Zekrom when he was down. Jack growled, Get him, you big tard. Zekrom can't get him, boss, he's fake. Carl Cart said. I meant you, Jack yelled. Carl Cart started running after them. Dave and friends hid behind a building and Kit Kat ran rigged past them. Woo, Will said. Yeah, Dave replicated. So, Will, where's the gym? Dave asked. Oh, it's over there, he pointed. Oh, cool, Dave said. They walked towards the gym, totally aware of the building they hid behind. It was Elite Four Boss Co. Guys, I have a confession, Dave said as they walked towards the saffron gym. I know who the leader is. Who? Tersey asked. It is John's sister, Ross. Ross? She was also my ex-girlfriend, Terezi and Will Gaspard. I didn't know you had an ex, Terezi said. I'm sorry, Turpy, Dave said. I had to hit it because she left me for my evil cuisine Dick. No, Will said. Not Dirk. Isn't he evil? Yes, Dave said. He worked for that evil poacher, Jake England.
Right to the schedule, Dave,
Jake England said as he and Haxorus ran out from behind the gym. Jake England, they screamed.
Yes, it is me, Jake said, and here with me I have Haxorus, my trusty sidekick.
What about Dead Bowser and Dirk? Dave asked.
Dead Bowser is a mercenarian for hire, and Dork is getting his last Pokemon badge right now.
What? Dark is beating me, Dave yelled.
Yes,
Jake said.
With any luck he'll get the badge and then we can steal the champ's Pokemon and sell them.
You can't sell the camp's Pokemon, he's my bro.
I don't care,
Jake said. Just then Haxorus used his Dragon Punch on Tapezi and he grabbed the Pokeball with Onyx.
Oh, Dave, you dumb fool. You are so gullible. Come on, Haxorus. Let's get out of here.
They ran away.
No,
Texie said.
He has my Onyx.
Stop, Will said. We can get it back later. In Dementim, Dave should get the badge from Rose. Thanks, Will, they said.
Screw you guys, you're so mean. I'm getting him back myself.
She left after Jake cry. No, Terezi, you can't handle him alone, Dave yelled, but she did hear because it was windy. What do we do, bro? Will asked. The only thing we can do, Will, Dave said. We must become Pokemon maters. No, don't do that. Okay, Will said. So they opened the gym doors and Dave yelled, Rose! No answer. Maybe she net for a wackle? Will suggested. No, Dave said. She doesn't go for walks. Something is wrong. He went to the gym leader place where they snared and he saw a note. Ross is mine, screw you. If you want her, come to the top of my 2 and bring grounding. Elite 4 boss. He's up to evil, Dave exclaimed. Yeah, but if we leave this gym to try and stop him, Team Bad might get us, and without Terezi they might even beat us. You're right, Dave said. We can't let them find out that we're gone. I got it. Let's do what they do and wear a costume. That way they'll never know it was us. Good-eyed, Will Diaz. But where will we get the disguise? Dave said. Wait, I got it again. Dave gave Will his sunglasses and Will gave Dav his vest. They also changed hairstyle somehow because fucking who cares, right? I'm almost done this. I don't care. Yes, Dave yelled. This is perfect. Team Bad won't know what hit them. They stepped out onto the street and sure enough, Kit Kat was waiting there.
Hey, losers, stop. I need to check if you're Dave and Will.
Carl glanced at them and then glanced away.
Yep, you're not them, all right.
Kept walking. Dave and Will snickered, but then Jack teleported next to Kit Kat. How's the patrol going? He asked. Good, Kalmar replied. He pointed at Dav and Will. I checked to see if they were Dave and Will, but they're not, so we're God.
You stupid troll, that's obviously them.
Oh crap, Dave said when he noticed Jack. Will won, so they run into the building. Chapter 23. Roll's Rescue. Dave and Will ran into the off-ice building and slammed the door behind them. Will breathed out. Ooh, that was close. Team Bad almost got us. Yeah, Dave said, but we're not out of danger yet, Will. Dav looked around the Elite Four boss office. There was a desk with a receptacleist sitting at it with her head down in a book. Dave walked towards the desk. Hey, can you tell me where Toes is? I think she was kidnapped. The receptionist looked up Form 10 book. Hello, he said. I am Dr. Scratch. Okay, Dave said. Can you take us to where Rose is being held hostage? Of course, he said. I am an excellent ghost and would love to tack you to her. Too bad I'm evil, he said. Oh no, Will said. He's evil. He won't help us. Wait, Dave said. I have another plan. Hey, Doctor, if you're so excellent, why don't you prove it by helping us? Okay, Dr. Scraff said. He shouldered to the stairs. Man, I hate satyrs, Will said. Me too, Will, but we have to do this to get to the next badge. Will said. This isn't fair, I don't even know this girl. It's okay, man, I don't like her either, but we have to do this. We have to, Will. Okay, fine, Will said. I just wonder what Tarpezi is up to, though. Tareki was following Jake England, the evil poacher, to get Onyx back. I have to get Onyx back, she said to herself. Jake England heard this though and said,
Haxorus, investigate that noise.
XxXCascaderXX began to walk over to the bush she was in. Tareki was scared, but she knew what to do. When Haxorus looked in the bush, she tackled him and pulled out a gun and pointed it at Haxorus. She emerged from the bush with Haxorus having a canoe pointed to his head.
Jake England, give me back Sonics or I will shoot him.
Jake England laughed and Haxorus pulled out a gun and pointed it at Tersey.
If you shoot me, I'll shoot you,
Haxorus said. Jake pulled out a gun and said,
Yes, and I will shoot you too. A talking Pokemon,
Terezi yelled.
Of course he can talk, you bigoted buffon. I trained him myself to become my cipher killing partner.
I am also British, Haxorus said.
Probably nothing much, Will, Dave replied. She's probably given up on getting Onyx back now. She's too weak to fight him. Yeah, Will said. I guess we better just keep going. They kept following Dr. Scratch until they came to a door. Dave pulled on the handle. It's locked, he said sadly. I guess we'll never save Rose and get the badge, he said more sadly while looking sad. No, wait, Will said. There's writing on the door. It says you guys suck. You'll never get the badge because in order to get past this door you have to rap, and no one can rap. Lol, Elite Four boss said. Wait, Dave said. I can rap. So Dav started to rap. Yo, I'm cool, too cool to school, because Pokemon are cool and I'm cool. Team Bad is full. The door sensed this good rap and it opened. Woo, Dave said. That was hard. I almost didn't make it.
We are not fools,
Car yelled. Dav turned around. Team Bad was there.
Jack said. Dave, you idiot. You're so goddamn slow. We up in no time. Now prepare for die.
Jack sent out Zerkrom and Dave said run. They ran through the door and slammed it behind them. Jack pulled on the door and it was locked again.
Damn it, Jack. We have to rap like he did to get through. Let me try, I can rap.
Carry Cat said. He rapped.
I'm Kit Kat, and V sucks, and I'm awesome, and I hate the V because he's lame. Dave is dumb.
The door did not open.
You idiot. That rap was terrible. Let me try.
Jack yelled. He rapped too.
My name is Jack Noah, and I can rap in a car, beneath the stars, in a bar, during a war.
The door did not open for him either because his rap also sucked.
Dude,
Kaka said.
war doesn't rhyme with bar.
I know, Jack admitted. I ran out of rhymes. Wait, why are you even doing this? Zirconium used Thunder Break! He yelled. Jack and Kit Kat got on Zircon's back and blasted through the roof up towards the top floor. Meanwhile, Dave and Will and Dr. Scrat were climbing the stairs. There we are, Dave yelled. I can almost see the door to the roof. Will leapt forward and jump-kicked the door down. They walked onto the roof. On the roof, they saw Ross tied to a pole with tap on her mouth and Elite Foot Boost.
I see you lamos finale made it here,
Elite Four boss said.
Too bad I can beat you because I'm in Elite Four and you don't even have all badges.
Dave grabbed his Pokemon with Groundoon in it. Nope, Elite Four boss, you are the lamo. They threw to ball and Groundoon came out. Groundoon, show him who's the boss. Groundoon went to punch Elite Four boss, but Elite Four boss was super fast. He dodged the punch easy.
Nice try, but good luck beating this.
He grabbed a Pokeball, but just as he was about to throw it, Team Bad burst through the roof on Zircon and knocked Elite Four boss off Tergotov's Zekrom.
Well, Dave. Look what we have here. Looks like I can kill you now that you're vulnerable.
No! Dr. Scratch said. He leapt forward. You knocked my boss off the roof, and now I'm gonna kill you! Dr. Garth leaped at him, but Jack stabbed him and he died. No! Dave yelled. He was a bad guy, but also my friend.
Too bad you're outnumbered,
Jack said. Kart said, yeah, and sent out 6 Digimons. Oh no, Dave said. I cannot take off them with just my Groundoon. That's why I'm here to help, John said. John? How did you get here? Dave said. The hospital I was in was here, John said. Oh, Dave said. Now suck on this, Team Bad. John sent out 10 ghost Pokemon.
Oh, crap.
Cat said.
We'd better get out of here. I'll get you next time, Dave, and you won't have friends to help.
Jack yelled. He teleported out before Dave could get to him. Kit Kat ran down the stairs really fast. Will went over to Rose and took off the tape on her mouth and cut the ropes.
Thank you, Dave, for saving me. I'll be in my gym. Come to me to get the badge.
Rose walked into the gym. We did it, Will, Dave yelled. They hip-hipped. Will Dav get to next badge? Can Turzy get Onyx back from Jake England to Evil Patcher and Haxorus? Find out! Right now! Chapter 24. Team Bad's Big Bad Plan. Author's note. I don't remember this chapter name, so please massage me and remind me, please. Terezi was tossed in a closet. She was tied up by hacksaws after him and Jake England caught her. I don't want to be tied up in this closet anymore, Terezi said, but she stopped because she heard voices.
Now that we have Dave's girlfriend, we can lure him with her and poach Groundoon,
Jake England said. Quite, Haxorus said because he was British. Turkey gasped. They were going to lure Dav and poach Groundoon. Oh no! She tried to wriggle free of the ropes, but she just fell over with a clunk.
What was that?
Jake England asked. Probably a ghost, Rex said.
Oh, okay,
Jake England said. Meanwhile, Team Bad was sad and mad.
Not only is our rapping bad, but Dave beat us again,
Kit Kat whined. Shut up, Cat Rack. I know, Jack said. Look, we know Dave can't be beaten on his own, so how about we let someone else weaken him and then we attack after?
That's a good plan,
Kartak said.
But who else is Dave gonna fight? The gym leader is his ex-girlfriend, but they do not hate each other. They are on good terms.
I know, Kak said, which is why we need to look elsewhere. Whatever happened to that poacher, anyway?
I don't know,
Carlat said. Jack replied. I think this calls for some discuses. Dav and Will were walking down the satire case, sad about Doc Garth's death. He may have been bass, but he did not need to die. I know, bro, Will said. He was cool. Hey, where is Terep? Dave asked. Oh, Carp, she went to fight Jake England along, Wade screamed. They ran down the stairs and out the door of the Bulldog. Just then they were approached by some salesmen. Hello, one of the salesmen said. Would you like to buy this girlfriend detector? It's free. Sure, Dave said. He grabbed it and said, Will, look, Maui can find Terepi with this thing. Awesome do, Will replied. Fact salesman, Dave said as they walked into the direction they were pointed by the device. The salesman said as they ripped off their masks. It was Team Bad. Dave will never find his girlfriend because either Vic leads not to her but a tarp, Jack said.
Yeah,
Kit Kat said.
Now once Dave is dead I can take her for myself.
I thought you didn't like her anymore, Jack said. Yeah, but I will hit her on her head and give her amnesia, not the game. So then she won't be stupid anymore. Not a bad idea, Jack said. Personally, I was planning to stab her 50 million times, but you could do that instead.
Jack, that's really messed up,
Karkar said.
I respect that.
Good, Jack said. Now put that other disguise on and follow them. They should be getting to the trap soon. Dave and Will were walking through the spooky forest. Gee, Will, it sure is spooky in this forest, Dave said. Yeah, man, Will replied. I'm getting pretty scared. Dave heard a snap. Will, what was that? He screamed. Probably a trig or something, Will replied. Will then turned around and screamed even louder. Behind him was a monster ghost. OMG, Dave, a monster ghost. He turned to Dav and made Dav look, but her monster ghost was gone. Will, you're getting paranoid. Come on, even I wasn't this scared. Dude, I swear to God, it was right there, Will rationalized. Then the floor fell out and they fall in a hole. The monster ghost looked over the side of the hole and took off his mask. It was Karkar.
Ha ha ha, Dave, you idiot, I have captured you.
Oh no, Will said when he realized he was captured. He's captured us. Wait, Will, I think I know a way out of this, Dave said. Dave reached up and pulled Karkar into the hole.
Curse you, Dave,
Kit Kat yelled.
Now we're all stuck in here.
Exactly, Dave said. Good luck escaping. Karkar frowned and sulked in corner, feeling angry and sad and stuck with Dave, who he hated, and Will, who he just didn't like. Just then a cop walked up to the hole. You guys having some trouble? The cop asked. Yeah, Dave said. This douche topped us in this hole and we can't get out.
I'm not a douche. You're a doggy.
Kikati Cat said, yelled. The cop sighed. Okay, guys, I'll help you up. Just let me grab my police car. It has a ladder. Okay, Will said. The cop eventually came with the car and dropped a rope in the hole. Cat climbed out and cut the rope.
losers. No, you're gonna die.
Kit Kat laughed. The cop took off his mask, and he was Jack.
Now I've got you, Dave,
Jack taunted. Will looked at his police car and realised something. Dave, that is not police car, it is cement truck. OMG, Dave said. You guys let us out, he yelled. No, Jack said. He hit switch and cement came out of truck and into hole. It didn't fill it though, it just made a big pile and Dave and Will climbed it to escape. Idiots, Dave said as they won away.
Wow, I didn't expect the cement truck to suck that much,
Caricat said.
Shut up, noob lord,
Jack said. Dave and Will kept walking until they saw a big building with towards Jake England base on a sin. Will said, this must be Jake England's base. Yeah, Dave agreed. Dave kiked down the door. Jake England, you give her back right now, he yelled.
Well,
Jake England said.
Hello, Dave. About time you came looking for her. Too bad you're gonna die.
Not today, England, Jake screamed. He karate kiked Jake in the face and he fell over. Will and Haxorus watched. Should we do something to help? Will asked Haxor. Nah, Haxorus said. Dave punched Jake England in the face and he was knocked, turned to Haxorus. Now it's your turn. No, please. I'm British, Haxorus said. Okay, Dave said. XxXCascaderXX ran away. Dave opened closet and found Turpy. Tarpeppy, I missed you, Dav said.
You too,
Tepezi said. They hugged. Guys, enough of that. Let's go garb to badge from Rose now, Will said. Oh yeah, we should, Dave said. And so they went for te badge. But can they get te next? Find out in the dramatic finale of the Stdider Pokemon Trainer. Coming eventually. Hopefully. Maybe. Dav pushed open the door to Ross Gym. Roos, he pointed at Hurt. I am done with saving Terepi, so now I am going to fight you for badge. I think he's going to be tough, dude. Will whispered to Dave. Dav nod. Yes, she will be hard, but with Groundoon we can accomplish anything. On the other side of the room, Rose smilked and tops the Pokeball in the air. You think you're tough to be, but I use ghost types just like John. Dave's confidence was shaken. He wasn't sure anymore because he had never won versus ghosts except in Avatar Town, but that was because it was Team Bad, not a real ghost.
You can do it, Dave,
Tarzan yelled from the sidelines. You're right, Tarzan, Dave said. I can do it because with Groundoon I can do anything. He threw a Pokeball and Groundoon came out. Go Groundoon, Dave said. Ross just laughed. Fool, Rose said. You weren't expecting this. She went magic, and then she was Giratina. No, Dave yelled. You took her too? Yes, I did, Giratina said. I am good at possessing because I am a ghost. There's on and now Rose. I'm the best ghost Pokemon, and now you are dead. You fucker, Will said. We won't let you did this again. Giratina tentacle flipped. I already did, noob, he said. Will grabbed sword, but Dave helped him back. No, Will, Dave said. It's too daggerous. We'll have to beat him in a real Pokemon battle this time. Will gooped. I guess so. But can you do it? Dave shrugged. I will have to if I want to save Rose. Groundoon, he ponted. Use Flash. Team Bad was outside, looking into a window, but Kit Kat was too short to see.
Damn, Jack, I'm really having some trouble here,
he whinnied. Jack growled. Shut up and watch the fight, Carcap. Hopefully he will lose, and then we can have Groundoon. Elite Four boss walled up to him. What's up? He asked.
Not much,
Carcat said.
Just thinking of killed Dave.
Shh, Jack shh. Don't talk to Elite Four Boost. He's also trying to kill Dave. Jesus Christ, don't give away our plans.
Sorry.
Cat Car apologized. Chill, Elite Four boss said. I just had an offer for you guys, but now I'm not sure if you even want it. Do explain, Jack said. Groundoon used Glash and Goratina was in pan because the light was big and it hurt him because he was a ghost and ghosts hate light. He groaned in pain and shot tentacles at Will. Will yelled and ran away. He's hard to beat, Dave said to himself. Grounding, use punch. Grounding jumped up high and punched Giratina in the head, sending him flying backwards. Finish him off with fire blast, Dave yelled, and Grounding used fear blast. Giratina coughed. Ow, he said. He shook his head and flew at Dave, shooting for a lot of laser beams everywhere. Dave was really fast though, so he dodged good. Elite Four Boss was explaining his plan to Jack. I have a Mega Stone and it can be yours if you go and use it to beat Dave. If you don't, you have to give it back. Alright, cool, Jack said. He took the stone and turned it to Carlcart. Come on, idiot. We've got a Dav to beat. Carlcart was worried.
Are you serious? He just beat you.
Jack thought, okay. Yeah, let's just take a break and train a bit first.
Oh my god, just shut up and do it.
Elite Four Boss snappled. Dave was still figuring guillotine, but it was super hard because he was strong. Suddenly idea was had. He remembered Groundoon's moves and he knew that Groundoon still knew Triforce. Groundoon! Use Triforce! Groundoon powered up and then shot out a big light beam, but actually there were 3 of them and it hit Giratina in the head, and it made him so good and light that he turned good and light and became his true good self. Arcus, the god Pomon. Asius turned to Dav and started to speak. Thank you, Dave, for freeing me from being evil as Giratina. Giratina is my dark side, but he's gone now. But he might come back, but for now he's dead. Just be careful, dude, Dave said. Okay, Asius continued. As thanks for freeing me, I will bring your fried rolls back from dead. He did, and she was not dead anymore. Before I go, I will warn you, though. Team Bad is planning something bad using their evil power of Mega Evolution. Remember that. Arcus Gap vanished in godlight. Ross stood up and shook Dave's hand. Good job winning the gym, Dave, she said. You too, Will, she also said. Will blushed. She gave Dave the rose badge and then said, There is one more gym you have to do, but it's really hard. Dave said he didn't care. He liked it hard. I bet he does. Ross said, Oh, Cat, the next gym is in Port Town. Dave was surprised. Port Town? He was just there with Oak a while ago. Why didn't Oak tell him? He was mad. Really mad. He went to Will. Will, let's go back to Paytown and go get to Badge. This is it, Will. We're almost chaps. What about Team Bad? Will asked. The V laughed. Fuck Team Bad. They're dumb. We're cool. We can beat them if they mess with us. Let's get out of here. And so they left for the town of Pallet, his startering town and the hometown of his buddy Oak, and also the place of the nectar and final bagged. Will he get it? Find out. Never. That's the end of the story. It just ends. There has been an update for a year and a half, so I just read that entire thing for nothing. I thought there'd be a payoff, but it just kind of stopped, and it hasn't been updated since. So maybe the author's dead. I don't know. I don't care. I'm never coming back to this ever again, even if he does update. So, bye, I guess. Thank God for that.
「愛してたと嘆くにはあまりにも時は過ぎてしまった」「まだ心のほこびを癒せぬまま風が吹いてる」「乾いた瞳で誰か泣いてくれ」The real fabulous 本当の悲しみが知りたいだけ泥の川に浸かった人生も悪くはない一度きりで終わるなら Hello, it's me.